Die Glocke, the Nazi bell that could travel in time. Die Glocke, the bell, in German, is an alleged Nazi secret project, made during the final phase of World War II, the time that many scientists and engineers used to present plans for rockets, jet planes and tanks of monstrous proportions to turn the course of the war, known as wunderwaffen or wonderful weapons. What makes the bell special is the mystery that surrounds its supposed existence, the end it had, which remains a mystery. The bell was created in the last stages of the Second World War, 1943–1945, in the secret Nazi location known as Der Ries, an ultra-secret experimental base located between the Owl Mountains and the Casillas Castle. This base consisted of 7 laboratories hidden under the mountains. The base was supposedly built by forced laborers, supervised by men from the Schutzstaffel, SS. The bell. Secret Nazi UFO. The bell was made of an especially heavy metal and was chained to the ground. It measured 5 meters high, by 3 meters in diameter. On its front was the Nazi symbol, had 2 rotating cylinders that contained a substance similar to mercury, called Zurium 525. It is also said that this liquid was extremely radioactive, and many of the scientists who worked in the bell while it was on, died of cancer. When it turned in the opposite direction, it gave off a violet glow. The exterior of the artifact was lined with a ceramic material. Interestingly, NASA's space shuttles, such as the Columbus, were wrapped in its most superficial layer, by a coating of ceramic tiles, which act as a thermal insulator. The original plans of the bell were lost after much of Der Ries was destroyed in 1945, after its discovery. But what was the Nazi bell? And what was it for? When it was put into operation, the bell and the 2 rotating cylinders rotated contrary, and the object was raised and could move. It was the first prototype anti-gravity engine and opened a new path in the path of physics and technology. In this way, this technical ingenuity could serve as the propulsion system needed by the Nazi UFOs that were developed in the last phases of the war. The ultra-secret project of the Nazi bell was commanded by SS General Hans Kammler, a scientific engineer who was involved in the development of V-2 missiles, jet planes, flying wings, Nazi UFOs and underground constructions, among others projects. The truth is that at the end of the war, it was never known about General Kammler or the Nazi campaign. Some theories say that the bell was moved in a cargo plane, stopping in Barcelona, Spain, towards the South American cone between Chile and Argentina, or even to the area of Atlantis. They find in Mexico a Nazi coin of the year 2039, a test of time travel or a parallel universe. However, the most surprising thing about the Nazi campaign was that this secret project had been developed with the names of Kronos, time, and Lanternträger, light-bearer, with strange secret documents referring to a gate of time. It seems that the real secret of the Nazi campaign is that it could be a time machine, which needed to activate its system of rotating propellers to perform and to make small air movements at the same time. And, indeed, a time machine could be a great effective weapon, the ultimate weapon, to Waffen SS. Karl Sporenberg, by direct order of Hitler, carried out the execution of 62 Nazi scientists working on the Die Glocke project, facts for which he was subsequently tried in court as a war criminal. According to Sporenberg, the secret prototype was moved to a security zone in Norway. On December 9, 1965, an unknown flying object, acorn-shaped or bell-shaped, crashed in the vicinity of the U.S. town of Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. This event was known in the study of ufology as the Case of Kecksburg. The artifact had strange inscriptions, like the Nazi bell, and was quickly recovered by the military forces. Many witnesses saw the strange event. Everything suggests that the UFO of Kecksburg was the result of the development of the Nazi campaign project. In fact, the most probable hypothesis of all is that both Hans Kammler and the Nazi campaign ended up in secret bases of the U.S. government, protected with the utmost secrecy, within the Operation Paperclip. Skeptical author Robert Schieffer criticized Cook's book as a classic example of how to spin an exciting yarn based on almost nothing. He visits places where it is rumored that secret UFO and anti-gravity research is going on, and writes about what he feels and imagines. Author Jason Colavito wrote that Witkowski's claims were recycled from 1960s rumors of Nazi occult science first published in Morning of the Magicians, and describes Die Glocke as a device few outside of fringe culture think actually existed. Increasingly unlikely that anything like it actually existed, Brian Dunning. All we have in the way of evidence is a third-hand anecdotal account of something that's desperately implausible, backed up by neither evidence nor even a corroborating account. 6. Author and historian Robert F. Dorr characterizes Die Glocke as among the most imaginative of the conspiracy theories that arose in post-World War II years, and typical of the fantasies of magical German weapons often popularized in pulp magazines such as the Police Gazette. 7. Some theories circulating on Internet conspiracy sites claim that Die Glocke is located in a Nazi gold train that is buried in a tunnel beneath a mountain in Poland. 8. Duncan Rhodes, editor of Nexus magazine, has pointed out that the Nazis on the Moon trope is linked to wild speculations about Nazi anti-gravitational technology, such as Witkowski's Die Glocke. Journalist Patrick J. Kiger wrote that German propaganda of fictional wunderwaffen combined with the secrecy surrounding actual advanced technology such as the V-2 rocket captured at war's end by the U-sensational book length exposes websites, and legions of enthusiasts who revel in rumors of science fiction-like weapons supposedly invented by Hitler's scientists, military. According to Kiger, Die Glocke is a popular example of such legends and speculation, citing former aerospace scientist David Myra's contention that if anti-gravity devices actually existed, the Germans, desperate to stop the Allies' advance, would have used them.